My name is Nikolai Bobylev, and I am Associate Professor at St. Petersburg State University, Institute of Earth Sciences, and I'm doing research in environment, urbanization, and global change. Climate change, urbanization, and biodiversity loss are arguably major factors of global change. And this is really important to sustainability, to resilience, and to policymakers to find solution for sustainable deal with this globally changing environment. And arguably, urban areas are the key areas where this progress can be made. Urban areas are responsible for most emissions of greenhouse gases, and also these are the areas which could suffer most from climate change. So in urban areas we have several pressure factors like climate change, adaptation and mitigation, urban growth facilitated by population growth, but not only that, also people are moving from villages to the cities due to modernization, globalization, and demanding for higher quality of life. Although the challenge is, can we really provide this quality of life in a dense urban environments? And underground space is one of the answers to this, because urban underground space is additional space resource, but not only. It is very important for renewable energy. We can use geothermal energy. We can use passive cycle for urban heating and cooling and housing, but we also can use groundwater, we can use space, we can use geomaterials. So underground space is really, really important if we want to compact a sustainable urban areas. It's high time to plan cities in 3 dimensions. We need to use underground space for activities that doesn't require daylight. And there are so many urban activities like that. For example, cinema, for example, supermarkets, all transport networks, metro, car parking, and above all, of course, traditional use of underground, it is all utilities and communications. And for that, we really need to move to 3-dimensional urban planning, to plan in underground space, and to use underground space as a frugal resource. Globally, cities which has made the biggest progress in underground space asset management and planning are arguably Montreal, Helsinki, and Singapore. Indeed, those 3 cities has now the most advanced master plans, not only for above ground, but for urban underground as well. Montreal has a big pedestrian network where spaces, also private spaces under the buildings, are connected into one network where citizens can go freely. And Helsinki has a lot of infrastructure underground, including its power plants and bus station and shopping malls and underground parking. And the central area of Helsinki has been also planned in 3 dimensions. So we do have a plan. And Singapore is now embarked on a holistic program, and indeed they would have some fantastic underground projects. It's urban future, I think. And one of the best examples of high-density urban areas using underground space, efficient, sustainable urban areas, is here. We are at Potsdamer Platz, and right beneath myself there is an actively used transport tunnels, and yet above this is a beautiful open public space which contains some water, some trees, And now there is Christmas season, so they will be preparing a skating rink, but it's summer, it's all open cafes, and people really cannot hear noise or any adverse effects of such intensively used transport hub. So the first problem is really to identify the geological conditions and conditions of underground space related to its past use. Another, I think, the major problem is its rational use in terms like we plan how do we use underground, and we have strategic thinking about that, having in mind that some resources in underground space are non-renewable. Unfortunately, the situation, especially in the past decades, was that underground has been developed on the first come, first served basis, which is wrong for sustainability. For sustainability, we will not need to plan in advance and to plan strategically and to weigh all the functions and resources to determine the best use for urban citizens.